What's going on, YouTube? Trucking in Life here one more time, guys. Guys and girls and girls and girls. Yeah. Anyway, guys, today's video, guys, gonna be quick, straight to the point. Try to make more shorter videos, guys, because the watch time on these videos don't be too long because people be bailing out. Let's get to it. If you want to be an intermodal driver, these are some things you got to check off on the box. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, and me doing this over a decade now, I realized some things some traits you got to have for some skills you got to develop. And I'm gonna name some on this video. So if you're thinking about getting intermodal, just gain some of these skills. If you don't have them, you can gain them on the fly like I did, and maybe help you out. One skill you gotta have is patience. Patience. When you're dealing with rail yards, you gonna need some patience because they do their own thing. You gotta fit in with their program, or you ain't fitting in at all. And if you come in trying to be in a rush, like I see some guys, I still see it to this day, where guys come in they know they're not the next person in line. They know whether to get a flip, or whether it's on a maintenance line, or whether it's whatever. They know they don't. They just pull up as if like you just gotta get out the way. And let me tell you, it been some close call fights up in there. I actually done seen fights in the rail yard. I ain't gonna lie, because things get real hectic in there, especially when guys is trying to do their job and they been sitting there for hours and you just go roll up like we've been sitting here. I mean, one time on the outgate, we was trying to get out the outgate, and the guy see like 3 lanes of guys trying to get out, and there's like a little thing on the shoulder right there for like somebody to squeeze by. We left it open because the lanes was right there. So instead of blocking up the lanes because we stuck, we left a little room. But no, this one driver gonna feel like, okay, I could do this. He'll go around, like just try to go around and try to ease his way into cut the line. He ain't know the guy up there was ready for action. He was about that smoke, you know what I'm saying? And he cut the dude off, and they went out there almost with the throwing hands. And the dude that cut him off was in the wrong, but he's still about to fight like he was right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have patience in the industry, because a lot of things, it's a lot of invisible hands, as I call it, that's gonna really come in and grab you. When you think you're getting away, no. Not today, buddy. And every day not gonna be like this, but when you have them days, you gonna realize, remember this video, your boy said that. Another thing that you out there, I believe you need if you want to be an intermodal driver, you gotta be able to adapt. When I say adapt, I mean you gotta be able to like adapt on the fly. Like you may come in, let's say you got 2 moves to get out this rail yard, and you're looking at your schedule for the day. These customers, this box probably going to the same customers, probably going to customers down the road somewhere else. You're supposed to do that one box first, but they got problems. This time of day, if you go do the flip right now, or try to get the maintenance fixed on it right now, you're gonna lose your whole day because that line is so long. So you gotta be able to think. This is an example. You gotta be able to think, could I do the other load first that don't have no problems right now first, and then come back and do that one later? This stuff you gotta come up with, especially if you're owner operator. But if you're a company driver, you gotta do this too. It depends on how you get paid. Some company drivers get paid by the load too, and by the mile, so they get paid percentage. But it depends on how you're getting paid. You get paid by the hour, they don't care, so I ain't talking to you guys. No offense. But especially if you're owner operator, you gotta make decisions like that. You better adapt, because there's gonna be a lot of things going on in the rail yard you gotta adapt to. Like you gotta really take a survey real quick. You can't get analysis paralysis. If you do, you're gonna be puzzled. You're gonna be bamboozled. You're gonna be horsewinkled, hoodwinked. I'm back. Flip area is right here today. I say it all the time, the rail yards do their own thing. Who's doing their own thing? The rail yards do their own thing. The flip could have been in this one spot yesterday. Some guy overnight said, hey, why is this here? It should be over there. They don't tell you that. You just come in, like you gotta get a flip, you go to the spot where it was before, you realize it ain't that no more. So you gotta be able to make an adapt. You gotta say, okay, now what steps do I need to take right now to find out where this flip area at? Because clearly I gotta get a flip. Also, too, you got to be able to know different things and be able to adapt. Okay, so it was going to bring me to my next point, but I'm going to touch on this point right here. Do I get a flip? Do I go straight to the flip area first, or do I get a flip ticket? Do I need to know that? If I'm not able to do that, could I talk to somebody else to try to make this speed of this process a little bit? You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to adapt on the fly. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't able to adapt, if you like one of them people who like robotic, it got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or otherwise you get stuck. The rail yards ain't for you. You're gonna be stuck. It's gonna be a lot of days you're gonna be stuck. You gotta be handy with the tools. You gotta be handy with basic tools. You shouldn't have to, I got a rule of thumb if you wanna do intermodal. You shouldn't have to go to the maintenance shop for everything. Once you do this business long enough, you start seeing some common problems when you deal with these boxes. It's common. Some of the stuff you can fix, some of the stuff you can't. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go throughout this channel. I got a lot of videos on this channel with me fixing stuff. And I intentionally did that to show you guys that, hey, look, this is what I'm really doing. I'm really about this life. So Lately, the videos I ain't really much about that, but if you go back to my older videos, and I'm gonna start repurposing some of them videos too, so you guys can see them for all you new subscribers. Shout out to y'all too. Shout out to those subscribers who rock with me too. Shout out to everybody on the channel. You have to be handy with basic tools. If you're not handy with basic tools, you're gonna have a lot of downtime in the rails. I'm just gonna say that, because basic stuff. I saw a guy in a repair shop for a missing light. The light literally was missing. I was like, you shouldn't be over there for that. You know what I'm saying? I know some guys, some guys say, even on operators, I know some operators that go over there for that. You shouldn't be able for no missing light. So you say, well, I don't have no lights. I don't know what to do. You're surprised what you can see when you just look around. Look between the trees. I'm gonna leave that right there. If you're willing to deal with a hustle and bustle, the rail yard is a straight hustle and bustle. If you don't know what that is, that means you hustling and you bustling every step of the way. Sometimes you may have to, like, some days may go smooth. And the tricky part, you know, rail yards like life, right? Sometimes in life, things go real smooth and real good. You know something coming because things are going too good. And when it comes, you're like, ooh, why? You make you say, ay, 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 ay. Why today? Why not today? It's gonna come regardless. The rail yard's like that. So the hustle and bustle of it, like you fighting over a chassis. I keep saying this, people don't think I really get in the real. Especially when it's you and another guy, y'all both gotta make y'all money for that day. And there's one chassis left that's good, and y'all finna fight over it. I've been there. I'm pretty a mild-mannered guy. You know, I really don't, especially when I'm still getting older, I really don't, you know, some stuff don't really move me like that. But I ain't gonna lie, sometimes, boy, you get to the point, you're like, hey, you know, today's the day, man. Yeah, chassis coming with me today, and that's pretty much it. I was here first. I mean, one time, and I'm gonna get to my next point, I'm gonna end this video, guys. I mean, one time I was in the rail. I got a video about this when I almost threw hands in the yard. I think that's the name of the video. I was literally hunting the spotter for a chassis. He had a box on his back. He's gonna get lifted off. I guess he just unloaded the train. And I asked him, hey, do you need that? I clearly asked the spotter, do you need that? He said, no. He said, if I get lifted off right now, you can have it. So I was going opposite of him. He was going this way, I was going this way. I go down and turn around, because I couldn't turn around right there, to come back to get the chassis. By the time I get back there, two other guys pull up. They're like, it's like that SpongeBob when everybody, all the fish show up at the restaurant at the Krusty Krab at once. They look like this, right? I like, dude, where y'all come from? He like, we're here for the chassis. I said, nah, you know you ain't, buddy. I already put dibs on that. Ask him. I turned around for this thing. Anyway, it got real serious in that yard. And I ain't gonna lie, that day I was like, you know, usually it depends on what day it is and what's going on. I'd be like, you know what? You can have it, man. You know, it ain't worth it. But I was like, not today. Not today. You know what I've been going through to get this? And you come through like I kill a prey. You come through and eat the rewards. What they call it, you get the lion-sized part of the meal, and I done did all the hunting. No. Anyway, so it can get real serious in the rail yard. So it's a hustle, guys. It's a hustle and bustle. And you got to know how to get about a lot of jams to kind of make it work. If you don't, especially you get paid by the move, you ain't going to make it. I saw a grown man just like leave out the rail yard. Kid you not, I was in the driver assistance a couple of times. I saw a man was like, dude, this can't be life. And he walked out. He like, I quit. He called his job on his way out the door, telling him I'm quitting. Right? Because it was just too much for him to deal with, you know? And rail yards ain't all, I ain't gonna say that. I don't know. They different. To each his own. Rail yards are different. They different. I just say that. If you don't have these skills, learn them. I said in a lot of the videos, learn them. Be a quick learner. You gotta be a quick learner. You gotta understand rail yards, rush hour times. Sometimes you can peg it. Sometimes you can work around it. Depends on what type of work you got going on. Try to minimize the hitting the rush hour. Rail yard rush hour so much, you know what I'm saying? Or try to time it so you kind of get in and out at a certain time. That's one little tip you could probably do if you're able to. Some companies you can't do it, you gotta suck it up. But be a quick learner. Learn how to like find your location. Learn how, if you can't find your location, if you gotta go fishing, have a method to how you go fishing for your box. If you don't know what go fishing is, that means the location said it's supposed to be here in A14, and you get to A14, it's supposed to be a UMAX there, but it's a freaking MHU, or it's a Mediterranean box, or it's a one box. Something is in that slot that is not yours. You're like, what is you doing here? You don't belong here, right? So now you got to be a quick learner to the point where you got to be able to come up with your own way of finding like your box. I'm gonna put a nugget on here, and I'm gonna get to the rest of this point, and I'm gonna end this video, guys. One thing I would do, and I have done, is I will grab a spotter. Sometimes you get it's hard grabbing them guys, or one of the white trucks. And I say, hey, from this lane right here, especially if you already got a train, you got trains in there, multiple tracks. I say, from this spot right here, my box is supposed to be right here. If my box not in this area, what's the nearest location y'all take it to? This one guy told me, we drop them all over the place like y'all do. So hey, good luck. Pull it off. There's nothing in this video that you gotta have thick skin. If you ain't got no thick skin, this ain't the business for you. This real y'all business ain't for the faint of heart. That's a whole nother point. But anyway, I do stuff like that, try to not search the area. You know, so when you go on fishing for your box, you gotta be a quick learner. You gotta learn how to do that. You gotta learn how to adapt to be able to take, okay, I can't sit here too long. You go to driver assist, they tell you, well, it shows in our assessment it's an 814. That's all they can see. So now what you gonna do? Some people just leave the box. What was the last box of the day and they made your day, they made that money day for you? What if it's that box, huh? Oh, that's changed. What if you had like a terrible week and that day was going real good and it kind of compensated for some of the bad days you had before? And that last box is the icing on the cake? What you gonna do, driver? What you gonna do? Ask me how I know, and I'll tell you the same, baby. I'll tell you the same. Anyway, being a quick learner, you have to be a quick learner. Like, you gotta be able to, like, listen, be a student. Don't think you know it all. One last point, and I'm out of here. Not one point, but one example. This one guy, I was attempting to help this guy. I had problems. I had to fix a hole. I think it was a hole in my trailer. And I had like one of those stepper things. And this guy was like right next to me. He over there hammering away. And I was like, I knew I ain't paying no attention. Everybody hammering. Everybody doing what they got to do to, get up out of there. So I ain't paying no attention. I went to fix the hole. Came back out. He's still hammering away. I said, I feel bad. I don't want to just pull off and leave the guy. Especially, I don't know. I want to at least offer, see if I can help. So I asked him, say, hey, well, what you got going on? And he's like, this is the problem right here with this thing right here. I'm like, well, you could probably do this. That may help the situation a little bit better. The guy said, yeah, okay, yeah, I got it. I said, okay, you gonna try it? He said, yeah, I got it. I said, okay, say less. I hopped in my truck and pull it off. Now, sometimes people think they know it all and they don't want to take no help. And that's fine with me. You don't want no help, that's cool. Say less. I'm out. But don't be one of them guys who don't understand that sometimes you need help. You know what I'm saying? Accept the help. Maybe that person knows something you don't know. Maybe they don't. Who knows? But these are basic things if you want to get in the motor business, guys. These are basics you gotta have. If you don't have these, you ain't gonna make it. Bottom line. But anyway, YouTube. Hope this video is helpful. Give you a little understanding of what's going on with you. And I'll see you guys next video. Peace.